Instagram, YouTube. Perfect. The setup is nice. Hello, YouTube. Hi. Let me take out my night light because it makes the screen look orange. And I like it. But it shows me something different. So let me take off the night light and see. Love looking at myself. Yeah. Hi. Don't mind me. Let me go live on TikTok and then go live on Instagram. Hi. I have a new I can't pin that. Hello. Hi TikTok. Hello Instagram. How YouTube. We're here. Welcome, welcome. We're going to do some readings today. Again, the energy feels right. So been here every day for the past week, right? So that the energy feels great to be doing this every day. And as always, it's pretty easy, right? You just put a question in the chat, ask a question in the chat, and then I'll pull a card and we'll talk about it. That's how we've been doing it this week. And for the people who wanted private readings, most of you already know the link is in the bio. You can click that, book a reading, and we will do something private. But these ones are more public. We all have a conversation and we talk about things, growth, spirituality, well-being. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim, Christian, atheist, doesn't matter, right? When you come in here, we forget all the labels. We're just here as souls, as human beings, as the children that our parents gave birth to. I think it was a live yesterday, right? The live yesterday we talked about how when we were born, we came with no name, no religion, nothing, right? None of these labels applied. And yesterday I was listening to Queen Poe, and she was talking about what's the guy's name? 19 Keys, right? She was talking about how at an event she was watching, 19 Keys at the very end or in the middle of the event said, believe in yourself, you are a god, or we are all gods. And as soon as he said that, people started leaving the event. So Queen Poe was saying that next time 19 Keys should start with that by saying, you're black, you're beautiful, believe in yourself, trust in yourself. You are a god. You are God in itself. So that the people who don't believe in that can leave the conference early. So I just might copy that and always start the life saying, you are God, because I believe I am made of her image. I know I'm going far. Okay. So I'm going to start with the affirmation cards until somebody asks a question. You can ask questions in the chat. Hi, Mommy Drame. Hello. Or what? Another thing we've been doing, if it's a question that you don't want to put in the chat, maybe it's very personal, right? You don't have to tell me the question. You can just say in the chat that you want a card pulled, and I'll pull a card for you. You ask the question in your mind, and then when we are interpreting the card, you can decide if it makes sense or if it aligns with your situation. And if it doesn't align with your situation, let me know, and then we can switch that up, right? So there's no one way of doing things. You could just say, pull a card for me, and you ask your question, and we move forward with that. Hello. Okay, I'm going to start with the affirmations. This one is affirmations and meaningful intentions, which is just to kick things off. And I am still drinking my coffee. I'll put it right here. Oh, let me pause this sound because I don't know if it's copyrighted, and I'll listen to it after the stream. Okay, so pull one. Hi, just me. Yes, just me. Nobody else. Just me. Nobody else. I like that name. Just me. No, just one, please. One to kick it off. One card, one affirmation card for the day. One card for the day. I love these cards. They are beautiful, they're practical, but at the same time, yes, you can. At the same time, they are a little too big for my hands. You are here. Hi, Ramiel. Hi, Ramiel. Yes, welcome. You're very welcome, just me. Okay, let's start with the affirmation. Yes, the one that fell, it says, I love who I am and who I am becoming. I love who I am and who I am becoming. It's a little too bright to see, but yes. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during challenging times. I was just listening to a broadcast about this, making yourself a priority. It doesn't matter if you're a man or if you are a woman, whoever you are. Make yourself exactly what you need beautiful. Make yourself your priority, right? Most of us have been raised to make somebody else our focus. We don't tell, or as a kid, nobody told us, love yourself, do it for yourself, take care of yourself. Instead, we have been trained to take care of everybody, to love everybody, to be good to everybody. Many of us, myself included, have never heard anybody talk about self love, self compassion, being kind to ourselves. So now is an important time to take a step back. I love who I am and who I am becoming. Practice self compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during challenging times. And one thing that I have realized for myself and in my own experience, when I'm continuously loving myself, right, focusing on my well being, my health, wellness, mental health, when times are tough, when there are challenging times, all I have to do is just either continue what I have been doing with self love or go back to what I've been doing in loving myself. Yes, we forget. Sometimes I forget. You get into certain situation and you completely forget who you are. But if you already have a portfolio of being compassionate and kind and loving to yourself, it's very easy to go back to it. Now, if you don't have it, this is when you start to develop that practice. Celebrate milestones. Acknowledge and celebrate your personal achievements and milestones. Right? There's a group of ladies that I listen to, and I think this goes for men as well. I have heard, I can't remember the guy's name. I have heard him talk about it. Many of us, again, we're taught to what? Have you ever heard about channeling energies and energy tappings? Yes, I have. I have heard about both. I've practiced both too. When I do the cards, it's more of channeling, not any particular person, but depending on what I'm talking about. And yes, I know about energy tappings. But in the ladies group, as well as this, the guy that I can't remember his name, they talked about how in your closet, in your wardrobe, in your cupboard, however it is called, wherever you are, never put your clothes away for a good day or for an event or for a party or for whatever. Wear your good clothes and your good shoes. Maybe not all of us, but some of us were raised to have the shoes and the clothes that we put away so that if there's an event or something happens, those are the clothes that we wear. Then again, I started thinking about it. Wait a minute. Yes, wait a minute. We don't know when we are going to die. We don't know. Maybe we die before the event. We're looking forward to wear the clothes. So not why not wear the clothes every day? Wear your good clothes every single day. I have heard Shira Seven talk about it. I have heard Teal Swan. Swan, is it? Teal Swan talk about it. Because she wears these cocktail dresses, these very long, glittery ladies, feminine dresses on her events. And most of the ladies would ask her, some of them would say, I wish I could wear these dresses you're wearing. She's like, you just decide to wear them and you wear them, right? It's part of celebrating yourself, loving yourself, having compassion for yourself. Be you a man or a woman, you want to dress up, dress up. You want to look good, look good. You feel like wearing your $1 million whatever, do it. You're not doing it for anybody. It makes you feel good. Do it. It's part of self-care and self-love. Set intentions for growth. Set intentional goals and intentions for your ongoing personal development. I have said here before, when I came to the realization that there are grown men and women in this world who did not grow mentally. Physically, they are grown. They're in their 50s, they're in their 60s. You look at them, they look like elders. They are grown. But mentally, emotionally, spiritually, consciously, they have not grown. When I came to that realization, it shook me because now it became the one thing that I know no matter what happens. I never want to grow physically, but mentally, I am stuck. If you, I talked about this again before. If you listen to Kendrick Lamar, is what he said. 37-year-old acting like a 7-year-old. I don't know about anybody, but that scares me. Right? To be in my 40s and my 50s and I'm still acting like I am 15 or something. And I have seen it. When I realized that, I began to be able to notice it in people within my own family first before I go out anywhere. Okay, I'm coming to you, just me. You are still here. We'll do your reading. I feel energies with my intuition every time. I just allow it to show, and it always proves my feeling of that energy is right. Yes. Sometimes it's so true that it is overwhelming. Absolutely. It is, right? The intuition feels things, it's the gut feeling. I know for me personally what you're talking about, and it's for most of us. If you feel whatever your intuition is telling you and you go against it, you see it. If you go with it, you see it too. Sometimes there are things where my intuition tells me no, but I really, really, really want to do it. And then I do it and I feel the consequences of it. But I am so much more in tune with it. When it becomes overwhelming, sometimes it's because maybe it's not the direction you want to go, but that's the direction that your intuition is taking you. And then it overwhelms you because there's the doubt of it too, of, oh, I feel like I shouldn't do this, but oh my God, it feels so good to do this. And it doesn't have to be like something bad or what somebody would say sinning. No, it could just be right now you want to move, but your intuition is telling you don't move. And you just feel like, oh my God, I need to leave this place. But maybe there's something for you still in that place. Hi, Amy. Amy Bensuda, hi. Nice to see you again. You were here yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's usually the overwhelm. But feeling people, we all feel people, we all feel energies. Some of us are just more in tune with the energy that we are feeling. And some of us are just, uh, some of us understand it more, where we know where somebody starts and ends and where we start and end. There are people who don't know where they start and end and where the next person starts and end. There was a time I didn't know that, but I could still feel the energy. It just felt like my energy. So I wouldn't know if the negative energy that I'm feeling, if it's somebody else's. To stay still, absolutely. If the intuition says no, I mean, go with the no. If it says yes, go with the yes, because it works. It is a thing that happens. Okay, JB jamming. Ah, yes, Amy. Yes, I remember how I am doing and the family. I am doing wonderful. Grateful to be alive and healthy. I woke up this morning. I am well. I have food to eat, a place to stay. I look absolutely gorgeous. So everything is wonderful. How do you tap into the energy? That's a great question. Okay, let me do the reading for just me, and then I'll tell you how I do it. Right? And you are very welcome. Yeah, thank you, Ramel. Uh, I was going to say, ask your question, just me. But as I was saying it, two cards came. Nana Blocko. I love Nana Blocko. And one of them is Seasons, and one of them is Live Out Loud. Okay, just me. Okay, so let me read those, right? I think I'm going to start with Seasons and then Live Out Loud. LOL, Live Out Loud. Nene, Nene, LOL is Live Out Loud. Live Out Loud, yeah, not laugh out loud. I just remember. Be in tune, be able to be. Yeah, be in tune with yourself. You will be able to tap into the energy. In tune enough to feel your own energy to be able to tap and feel the other energies. Absolutely. And I would expand on that one. That's it. That is basically it. Okay. Nana Buloko is the goddess of Benin, and this one is seasons. You have entered a new cycle that is very old. Allow yourself to become present. Trust in divine timing. Exactly what we were talking about in terms of intuitions, right? And going with your gut feeling. Trust in divine timing. Don't be in such a hurry. There are no shortcuts there. There are no shortcuts. If there were shortcuts, I would have taken them. Are you ready for a new beginning? You are in or entering a new season that will force you to evolve. This is a time of major transition. You are not stuck. You are holding on to old patterns. Change can be terrifying. Allow yourself to be mentored. When you choose a new path, you are ripe for self sabotage. A commitment test from the universe may pop up to delay this new pathway. Stay the course. Your time is now. I am limitless. Right? I feel like for that one you understand it. Just me. So I don't need to explain or talk about any part of it unless you want me to. But I have this feeling. Yes, you truly understand. Okay. So let's do live out loud. Let's do live out loud. Okay. Express yourself. You have something to say. Share your voice and magic. Express your you-ness. Good afternoon, Kine. Nice to see you. I'm kicking all the cameras. I'm too tall, trying to stretch my legs under the table, and I'm kicking all the cameras. Okay. Express yourself. This is one thing that most people have a problem with, both men and women, expressing ourselves, living in our self expression. Express yourself. You have something to share. Share your voice and magic. Express your you-ness. The way you express yourself won't make everyone happy. That's okay. You are not meant to. And what's coming to mind is because of so many labels that is stopping us from expressing ourselves. Or you're too hood, or you're too ghetto, or you're too African, or your English, or your accent, or your voice, or your face, or your skin color, or your hair, or your this. And then we don't. I know because I was in that category for a very long time. So many people talked about my voice. I worked at a TV station. I did a lot of voiceovers, right? So many people said I sounded very young and like a child, and I didn't want that level of sounding like a child. I wanted to sound mature. But now I'm okay with that. I actually do like it. And for a very long time, I was very self conscious of speaking, of my voice. Living out loud and self expression look different for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self expression may mean dancing on tables and screaming your points of view. Introverts may speak out in other ways and save the louder parts of their personalities for loved ones. And the declaration is I am free to express myself fully. We all are free to express ourselves fully, right? Obviously, be able to read rooms, be able to know where to do this, where to say that, where to do that. Just like if you have different social media accounts, you know that In each social media account, you are a different personality of yourself. And in real life is the same thing. Some places you meet me, I might be the life of the party. Other places you find me, I'm probably the quietest person. There are some people you ask them, they will tell you that they know me from books because I'm always reading, I'm always in the library. Some other people you ask, they might say, oh my God, she parties a lot. I cannot believe she reads books. Different personalities, but still express yourself, express who you are. It goes back to the card. It's part of self care. The more you are able to express yourself freely, you free your soul. Because if not, our soul gets constricted, contracted, constricted, bounded, bind. Anyway, yes. So that makes sense to you, just me. Seasons. You're very welcome. Seasons and live out loud. Amy, that's beautiful. Amy, you are still here. You mentioned, you asked a question, how to tap into the energy. Let's see if Amy is still here. Yes, you are. I'm drinking from my skull mug. I don't know if I have any Mexican people watching or just people in general who know about Santa Muerte and the skull. Santa Muerte is the lady of death. I know, I love dark energies. I love dark energies. And so I get skulls and I got this mug. And I'll post about it. It's what I use to drink my coffee. It's roses and the skull, and for me it represents Santa Muerte. Yes, Santa Muerte and death. So, Amy, I'm going to talk about this purely from my own experience and from my own journey. It all starts with you, how connected you are with yourself. And it's not just connecting with yourself, but parts of you that you've digging so deep within yourself, the parts of you that you've never reached before, where you absolutely know that what you are feeling, it's real. You feel that something is going to happen, you know it's going to happen. Yes, it's tapping into yourself. And it's also two major things is trusting and believing in yourself. Because wisdom, there's a saying that when a trigger doesn't trigger you anymore, now it becomes wisdom. So a lot of things that I talk about, it comes from my own experiences, things that I've been through, things that I've maybe learned, realized, and whatever. Right? But in the beginning, it's a trigger, it's a pain, it's emotional chaos. It's no emotional intelligence in the beginning. At that point, you're not really tapped into yourself because your emotions are everywhere, you are everywhere. But then the people who tap into those energies are the people who found the discipline to be able to overcome those triggers. They make peace with the triggers. You make peace with the darkness within. That is why there's a saying, if there's no enemy within, the enemy without will do you no harm. Most of the enemy that we have is within which is different from haters. You can have somebody who just doesn't like you. But self sabotage, that's why it has self in it. Some people sometimes would come on and say, "Oh, you have so much confidence." No, it's because I am friends with the dark aspects of me, and the dark aspects of me is things that other people might be ashamed to talk about, might be ashamed to admit, ashamed to say, "I've been depressed, I've been anxious, I've been suicidal." You mostly self sabotage. That's because of self doubt. Your intuition is telling you something, but you don't believe that's a possibility. For example, your intuition say, "Yes, you can make $1 million," and you go, "Huh, me, Amy, make $1 million? Where? When? I can't. How can I make that? Nobody in my family ever made that." What a crazy thought. I am so crazy. I used to say that to myself. "Oh, you're so crazy. Oh, you're so stupid. Why would you think that? Why do you think you are all that?" If what is deep inside of us is conquered, we are able to alchemize anything around us and in us. Absolutely. Alchemize, transmute the energy. So for you, when it comes to self-sabotage, I don't are you in my Telegram group? If you are in there, I can share some affirmations that you can listen to at night, during the day. These ones are mostly by Louise Hay, but recently I made a huge playlist of affirmations for Black African women. No, not okay. So if I know how many people are there, so if you join and I see the number raised, I'll send them in today, right? Now, these are things that I personally use for myself. I can tell you for years, 5 years plus, every single day, I will play affirmations, affirmations, and all of this to program my mind. Three of the decks that I have is on that. How to Love Yourself, Louise Hay. This is Loving Messages from the Angels. And this one is Affirmations and Meaningful Intentions. Why? Because that changes how you think about yourself. When you change how you think about yourself, you begin to see everything and everyone around you differently. So you're not trying to tap into the energy of somebody else. You are tapping into your own energy. Because really, if you take away everything society tells us, we are all absolutely just one big mess. We're just one. It's like how you have one tree, and the tree has many, 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 many branches, many, many, many leaves, the sticks, and ev- that's what we are. We are all from source energy, one source, one soul, right? And then you have the stem, and then you have all the branches all over the place. And it doesn't matter black, white, yellow, green, purple. We are all just one, right, Amy? So if when you tap into your own energy, then whoever else is around you, one, they feel your energy and they feel your aura. It starts there. Two, then you are able to feel into somebody's energy, because now you know where your own energy or who you are, your own thoughts, where they start and where they end. If somebody's being mean or negative to you, you know whatever they're saying or thinking about you has absolutely nothing to do with you. Right? So you tap into their energy. You could feel their pain. You can feel their hurt. You know it's not yours. It's not coming from you. You didn't do anything to warrant that. It's how they feel and how they think about themselves, and they project it onto you, because that this is how they let out the pain and the anger that is within them. But then you would have to go deep within yourself to feel and understand and know that. And then no self-sabotaging. Self-sabotage goes away when you understand yourself. You understand your pain. If you have trauma, you understand your trauma. You understand the good, the bad, and the ugly within yourself. You are okay with the fact that you are not perfect and nobody's perfect. No matter how beautiful we are, somebody else is more beautiful. No matter how rich we are, somebody else is richer. And it's never ending. It continues like that. You know that. And you make peace with it. And you're okay with it. Whatever your life experiences are, you've dug into them to understand your life experiences. You understand your emotions, emotional intelligence, spiritual intelligence. You are conscious of yourself to the point that you know you don't know. And we will never know everything. And you're open to learning more about yourself, about the world around you. Self sabotage stops because now you are just open to the universe, to the lessons, to the flow of the universe. You know, sometimes you say something and it's wrong, absolutely wrong. But then you're okay with it at that point being wrong because you know the lesson will come out of that. Sometimes you're right with what you're saying, but everybody else around you is telling you you are wrong. And then you let that go. You don't try to make them see your point. You don't try to get people to convert to your opinions. You just let it be. You're just okay with it. Because again, the lessons will be brought forth if for you or the people around you. You just be and know that everything is happening for our good. Self-sabotage stops. You don't talk crazy in your head about yourself. All of these, it helps you tap into your energy, right? Remember, the major thing, Amy, is that I am not trying to tap into you, Amy Bensouda's energy. Hi, Gambian girl. Or I am not trying to tap into the energy of Gambian girl, right? I'm not trying to. I'm trying to tap into my own energy and understand my own energy field. Because when I do it for me, then I can understand Amy Bensouda's energy. But if you just want to get into somebody's energy without understanding your own energy, it always fails. Um, there's something. Is it spiritual narcissism or spiritual ego? One of those things. That's where it comes from. One of those. I can't remember which one. There's a book I'm trying to remember by was he Japanese or from Tibet? And it's called Spiritual Materialism, something like that. Chongyam by Chongyam Trungpa. Yeah, that's a great book. But yeah, hey, that's one thing. The last part that I want to talk about, that it took me a while to understand. The voice that is sabotaging you, Amy, right? The voice that is talking to you and sabotaging you is somebody's voice in your childhood, in your family, someone. It is someone that you know, that either you were raised with, that you've been around, a partner or whoever. It is their voice that is sabotaging you, because there's probably someone who has always sabotaged everything that you've done. Unfortunately for me, it was my own mother. But then I had to understand she sabotages herself. And so it didn't matter what I did, it wasn't good enough for her. So, of course, I grew up not feeling enough. And everything I did mentally, her voice was in my head, which is why it is so important, if you are a parent, to understand that whatever you tell your kids, it sticks in their head. And they grow up hearing your voice in their head. So the voice that is sabotaging is actually not your own, it's somebody else's. Somebody else maybe told you, why would you do that? You are bad. You are a bad kid. You are a terrible kid. Oh, I always forget to pin this. TikTok is telling me to pin it. Okay. How do I do that? Okay. Oh, okay. I pin it now. Right? Somebody's always telling you something. Who do you think you are? You are a terrible child. You are a bad girl. Right? You will never amount to nothing. Your dreams will never come true. You are not a good person. Somebody have been sabotaging you. And then you believe what they have said about you. And now that is how you live your life, by that voice. No matter what happens, you are hearing that voice, or you can't do that. So, with me pointing it out, every time that voice comes up telling you you're not good enough, you cannot get to that point, you cannot make your dreams come true, you will never have a husband, or you will never have a wife, nobody's going to love you, nobody's going to like you, right? Now when it comes up, you can understand that, oh, my uncle or my dad or my mom or my sister or my ex-husband or my husband or my boyfriend or ex-boyfriend used to say this about me. Does this make sense, Amy? Is this relating in any way with how self-sabotage happens for you? Just say yes or no. You don't have to explain unless you want to. Is it making any sense? Is Amy even still here? Did she leave? I tend to trigger people a lot, by the way. So when people stay, I understand. When people don't stay, I understand too. Because I talk about, I don't know, some people call them heavy, deep, dark topics. But these are the topics that I love talking about. They make me feel good. They make sense to me. I can chit chat about little things. I feel like my accounts would have blown up if I had different topics, but I tried. It doesn't work. Amy's not here anymore. Amy left. Okay. But the people that stayed got something about from it. I hope so. If you got something from that, let me know. And I still have 15 minutes. I can take, if somebody wants a card picked out, you could just let me know in the chat and I can pick a card. Yes, you did. Just me. That's wonderful. That's great to hear. If somebody wants one card pulled, I feel like using the Isis Oracle. I can close with that one. I've promised to be here for 1 hour, so I'm going to make sure that happens. 1 hour. God's will. I love that name, God's will. Okay. We can do that. Say 1, 2, 3. We can do 3. I don't know. God's will. I think we should do the angel messages. How do you learn to be content with yourself? I've always wanted to do content. I started years ago, and I would start and I would stop and I would start and I would stop, simply because I just had no idea what I was doing. Your name is Sainabu. Hi, Sainabu. But then I joined a content campus. I've been doing content before I even knew about content creation. That's how long I started. Probably in my teens. I started building social media accounts, but I would always delete them or I would stop. Contentment. Lovely to see you, Prince. Contentment. How to be content? To be content with yourself? That's a nice question. The answer that came to mind, right, is something that Abraham Hicks say, is by knowing that you can never get it wrong and you will never get it right. You know that you can never get it wrong. You can never get it wrong because you can only use what you have in the moment right now to get to where you want to go. You can never get it wrong. Society makes us feel that, oh, this is wrong or this is bad, but nothing is wrong and nothing is bad. Unless you think and believe that it's wrong and it's bad, then it feels wrong and bad. So you can never get things wrong. You would never get it right. There is always room for improvement. You will never get it. You can never get it wrong, and you will never get it right. That should bring you within yourself. Just hearing that, where you're present now. You cannot get it wrong. You cannot get it right. The past, the future. Now we are left with the present. With just here, just now, with ourselves. In the present moment, everything is perfect. Everything is fine. Everything is okay. Even if you are homeless, the present moment, everything is working. If we're not content, it's either we're worrying about the future or we're stressed out about the past, or worrying about the past and stressed out about the future. But when you're present, nothing else matters. Nothing. And one person who teaches that was even homeless himself, and that's Eckhart Tolle. I talk about Kendrick a lot because I listen to Kendrick Lamar. If you listen to Kendrick Lamar's music, you would hear the voice of Eckhart Tolle in some of his tracks. the present moment, being present, your content right now. You wake up in the morning, there's this thing where they say every day write or think about 3 things you're grateful for. But if you look around you, okay, let me take myself as an example. I don't know about your situation, right? I can say when somebody asked me how I was doing, I told them I am grateful. Good day, good day, good day, Afrocentric. I told them I am grateful to be alive. I always say that. And especially today, because a friend of mine died yesterday, and we had no idea he was sick. He brought us together in a group, all of our former schoolmates, hundreds of us together in one group, and then he died yesterday, a young guy. But I'm already used to saying, I am grateful to be alive and healthy. And sometimes I would add, I have a place to stay, I have food to eat, I have water to drink, and I look absolutely beautiful. I'm content, I'm fine, everything's good. The universe is working for me, right? God is always with me. I always say that. When people do me wrong or somebody do something to me, and I don't want to get into that mess. Some people start talking, and somebody recently wanted to report me for some silly thing, and they told someone else that they were going to report me, and this person was like, listen, you need to pay attention because this person says is going to report you to this office. And I'm like, what's that office? And they explain what the office does. And I said, let them report because God is with me. All of these things, it grounds you, brings you back to the present, right? And walking outside, bare feet. I know we want to be bougie, but still bougie people go outside, walk bare feet. The guy with Apple, what's his name? Steve Jobs. I read a lot of his books. He went all the way to the monasteries to ground, meditate, bring himself back, be in touch with himself because of his sickness and all. But even if you don't have those, take off your shoes, take off your socks, go outside, walk bare feet on the grass, on the sand, on the concrete, touch nature, garden. Okay, God's will. Oh, okay, one called your name as the card was falling. Positive change. God's will is sayable, right? Positive change. Dare to be different. I love this card. You see how heart-shaped they are? Beautiful. Positive change. Dare to be different. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. I used to talk about, I think I made it, there's a video of it where I talked about a time I was going through a lot because my uncle was very abusive. And my grandmother in Gambia, right, she passed away. My grandmother one day told me, you're so worried about what the person is saying and what the person is doing. When they criticize you or say something bad about you, does it stay on your forehead? I was like, what? She said, does it stay on your forehead to the point where when you go outside, when people see you, they can say, ah, look at her. This is what they're saying about her. It's written on her forehead. I said, no. She said, okay, so why do you care? Took me years for that to sink in. When you are criticized, remember that you will never please everyone. Many brilliant and gifted individuals were not fully appreciated or understood in their own lifetime. And to this day, yet it is often they who have sown the seeds of change. They have sown the seeds of change, right? The saying that it is usually the crazy ones that change the world. The people who believed and everybody called them crazy, they're usually the ones that change the world. So the positive change is there to be different, sustainable, whatever that means for you, whatever it is that you want to do and you feel, oh, it's crazy, oh, this and that. And if you say Nabu, that name, if you're from Gambia or Senegal, you know everything is crazy to our people. So they're to be different. Do you? Gambia, absolutely. Gambia. The only thing that's not crazy in Gambia is breathing. And if you breathe loud, it's a problem. I'm kidding. That's worldwide. That's everywhere. I like to say that about Gambia because I am Gambian. But they're to be different. Go your own way. One thing my father used to tell me is as long as you're not hurting yourself and you're not hurting anybody else in the process, do what you want to do. Let's see. Let's go back. Rakaju. That's your name? Your name is Rakaju. Why do you call yourself Rakaju? Why do you call yourself Rakaju? The reason I'm asking is when I was giving myself these names, I was going through major depression and life change. Right? So I would call myself all these names. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just looking at the names, the people that say to pull a card for them. I think I can do that today. I don't plan to be here tomorrow. But if they're here, I can probably do. Oh, Prince, your name is Pascal. So I'm just writing their names and then we continue. Lillian. Okay, Lillian, you're the one from Uganda, right? Yes, okay, I have your name, Lillian, then. Okay, is what's his name? Is Rakajo here or did Rakajo leave? Is Rakajo a man or a woman? Oh, simple, your name is Yusufa. I knew a Yusufa. He was absolutely crazy. I knew a Yusufa. Yus from Gambia. Okay, Rakajo is not here anymore because they're not responding. I think the next one we would do is the ISIS. The ISIS deck. Okay. Mommy, are you here? Mommy Gambia? No, Mommy Drame. Yes, you're in Gambia too, but you're not in uh, Old Joshua. I know it's not that used because he's wildly crazy. Okay, Mami Drame is not here. Pascal, you are still here, so I'll just go with Pascal. Prince. Oh, from Bundung. You're not in Gambia. Hi, Auntie. Auntie Amijan Fal. Always nice to see your name pop up when I'm live. Okay, Pascal. You can ask your question soon as I say Pascal. The two cards flipped. I'll take those. Hi, Ibu Jalo. I wrote your name. I saw your message too. Right? You said you wanted a card too. So I said, yes, we can do it. So I wrote your name, Ibu Jalo. Okay. Power over 7 scorpions. I was your classmate in Gambia High? Wow. Then you know me when I was a troublemaker. Gambia High wanted to expel me. That's why I left the school. Well, glad to see you again. God's will. Power of 7 scorpions. Pascal. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring so as to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. I have talked about magic, conjuring, and all of these before. That really, I don't know why I feel to always explain this, but it always comes up that really conjuring has, it's not always about the practical aspect of magic, because we can conjure and create magic with just our words and the way we speak and the way we think, right? Just like we were talking here before about self-sabotage, how usually that voice comes from a family member, somebody in the environment. It comes from maybe an ex-partner or current partner who makes you doubt yourself. All those words are spells themselves. The words itself are spells. They are magic in themselves because they can change you, your destiny, right? Hi, Os. I know you know me, even though I don't know which Os. There's specific names that specific people call me that I know they know me at a certain point in my life. That's why I have so many names. So conjuring, you can conjure with just your mind. You can conjure with just full way factor. Whoa, man, that's a long time. Hi, Adam. Okay, let me go back to this. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring so as to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. Adam Boop, I remember Adam Boop. Yeah, Adam Boop, the black goddess. And spoken word, right? It's exactly what I was saying in terms of the words that we speak. So you can conjure and create magic, an alchemy, be able to transmute energy, change your destiny and the ones of the people around you with just the way you think, the words you speak, how you feel about yourself. You can affect somebody else's energy just by how you carry your own energy. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non judgment. That changed me personally. Non judgment, non judgment. But that happened when I started not judging myself. When I started not judging myself, I was able to look at every single person. Yes, self-talk, right? Self-talk is the whole magic and spell. When I started not judging myself, I could see myself in people. When I look at someone, I don't just see them in their flesh. It's like I'm looking at a mirror of myself. And so no matter what the next person is going through, I don't judge them through it. Because there's always this feeling of, what if it happened to me? What if this was me? And when you get in touch with your own darkness, it makes it easy to not judge. And when you stop judging yourself, then you don't judge anything or anybody around you. Because you could feel the soul, the source within them. You can then manage any toxicity exactly in your life swiftly with great effect. Flower of life. You are entering a fertile period of your life. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest. And instead, allow them to do so. Exactly what I was saying. That is absolutely correct. Judging others is never my case. I look at everyone, put myself, yes, in their shoes. Yes. Shift perspective. Absolutely. Absolutely Afrocentric. Don't resist change. Instead, go with the flow and let it happen. Now is the time for your own blossoming. Absolutely. Right? So basically, that is just saying to alchemize. To alchemize. Be able to transmute energy. Because to affect toxicity around you, it's alchemizing, it's transmuting the energy, being able to look at all the negative energy and the bad energy around you, take power from that energy instead of the energy taking your power, and change it into something powerful, into something creative. What I am doing now is alchemizing the negativity of my past, the way that the traumatic childhood that I had, right? All my childhood traumas, disappointments, pains, failures, all of them, put them together. And then I'm able to speak to people like this. So I take all that energy and transmute it into something that can heal somebody else or help someone else. Alchemize it. You change it. You take power from it instead of it taking power from you. Great stuff. Thank you, Lillian. When I shave my head completely, a lot of people think I'm either from Sudan, Uganda, or Ethiopia. I've even met Gambians who did not believe I am a Gambian. I'm like, well, sure. You're very welcome, Pascal. Yusufa, simple. Yeah, you are here. All right, Yusufa. I feel like for you, it's something to do with love. Love for yourself. I don't talk about relationships. I also get asked a lot if I am from South Sudan. Nice to see you too, Adam. Yeah, for you, absolutely. Unless you change the dark skin. Adam Boop has the darkest and most beautiful skin I've ever seen. I have a beautiful neck. Thank you. Proud of it. We call this number bat. Number bat in my language. No, you didn't. Beautiful. Oh my God. Oh, I was going to say ask a question, but these are coming fast today, so I'm just going to keep quiet. The one that came out, use, yeah. Eternity. Eternity. Okay, Mr. Jansen, I'll write your name. If I'm not exhausted from talking and I can get to you, I will. I actually have a list of names, right? Eternity. Gently move your awareness from the eternal world to a world of light within your heart. I said it. I said it. I was like, I feel like for you, it has something to do with love. And I don't talk about relationships. Gently move your awareness from the eternal world to a world of light within your heart. Allow each breath to heal you as you drift to a place beyond time. Eternity exists within you, forever sparkling like a diamond. You are, in essence, a shining star, forever transforming, forever greater light. Love, self love, going within. Because how are you? I'm doing marvelous. And if you send me $5,000, I would do wonderfully good. Gently move your awareness from the eternal world to a world of light within your heart. Use the moment you do that, right? Yeah, being honest, you move to a world of light within your heart. Move within yourself, in touch with yourself. Go within, go inwards. It brings out self-love. It brings all of that beauty, sparkly, and it doesn't matter that you are a man, right? It brings a lot of beauty out, right? I'm in a salad. Do you speak Wolof? Yeah, I do. I do speak Wolof. It brings all that beauty out. Yesterday in my Telegram group, I shared a playlist of how to heal yourself as an African man. African American, Caribbean is a mixture of those, right? I put all of those together and it's a playlist. I have it on my YouTube channel. If you're not in my Telegram group, you can just go to my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio, and then check on the playlist. You will see how to heal yourself as an African man. Because what the card is saying is basically going inwards. And like I said in the beginning, the moment I said your name, the first thing that came to mind is love. Specific questions. Who am I? Who am I? Who am I beyond my name, beyond what society says, beyond what my parents says? If you take away everything that society told you, who are you underneath that? That's what you want to know. Who's there? You take away everything. If you have degrees, take away the degree. If you have a business or have a job and you have a title, remove that title. Take off the name that our parents gave us. Society says if you're a woman, you need to stay home, this, and that. If you're a man, you need to provide and have money, blah, 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 blah. And now I'm not saying none of it is true, but to go deep within yourself, you have to remove all of those labels. If you take away everything that's a label and man-made and given to us, take away even your religion, remove everything. You are not Christian, you're not Muslim, you're not Buddhist, you're not Hindu. You're none of that. Now, what's left of you? That's the you want to know. And there's a you there. That's that you want to know. Lillian, I think we should do the African Goddess Rising, Lillian, if you're still here. Yeah. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I think your journey is self-love, Yusufa. Your journey is self-love. And even that Yusufa that I knew, his journey was self-love. I'm not saying it's all Yusufas. It just so happened I tend to meet those types of Yusufas. Yes, Lillian, let's do the African Goddess. We had an African Goddess. I don't know what if Adam Boop is here, but I used to walk outside under the sun so I could get darker like her. I don't think I've ever told her that, but I wanted to be so dark because Adam was dark and glistening, right? Okay, Lillian, you can ask your question. And we'll see what the African Goddess says. That's a lot of cards. Just one. This thing is following us today. Self-sabotage. Your career and financial path, Lillian. I have two questions about journeys. About your journey. What journey? Adugal. Lillian. Yes. Self-sabotage. Again, self-sabotage. 24. To make it easy, Adugal, create your career. Create your own. If you're confused about the career path that you should take, there's something you want to do. There's something you want to do, and maybe, I don't know, you're confused about it for some reason, but that's a path you want to take. So whatever path that is it that you want to take that is confusing you and it's not going to hurt you or hurt somebody else, do it. Because that is what you want to do. You already know the path you want. Either parents or whoever is telling you you cannot go that path. So now you're trying to do something that everybody agrees to. That's why you don't know the journey and the path that you have to take. But you know it already. Absolutely. So do that one, the one that comes to mind and it feels right and you really want to do it. But maybe the family is telling you you need to be a doctor or a lawyer. If not, you are a failure. Do that one because that's the one you want to do. That is usually the reason why we get confused about our career path, because we want to do what is accepted and what is normal. But what is accepted and is normal, when we do it, we get depressed and anxiety and frustrated and angry because we don't like it. So the one that you're saying, absolutely do that one. That's your career path, whatever it is. But I hope it's not OnlyFans. I'm kidding. Self-sabotage, Lillian. You are holding yourself apart from your blessings. What ancient pain are you trying to stuff down, numb, ignore, or avoid? What does your self-sabotage help you avoid? Is this ringing any bells, Lillian? If you are still here, is this ringing any bells? You are holding yourself apart. You are holding yourself apart from your blessings. What ancient pain? Ancient pain can be generational pain, generational trauma, generational cycle, right? It can be patterns that started way before you that you are carrying, and you have no idea that you're carrying that pain. What ancient pain are you trying to stuff down, numb, ignore, or avoid? There's a whole list. What does your self sabotage help you avoid? Marriage relationship breakups, as in the pain comes from that? What do you mean, marriage relationship breakups? Your inner saboteur is clever. Seductive patterns of behavior block your path and your power. Distractions, addictions, cravings, and unhealthy habits will not bring you your best. The pains that you've gone through instead of that. So healing it is very important then. Looking at the patterns, because they are patterns. What you are going through is not the pain of marriage and relationship, is whatever patterns that is in the family or in the generations, right? Because even if I look at it in my own case, when I look at my journey with relationships and marriages and friendships, I had to be able to trace it back to the relationships that I had with my parents and my family, and the relationship they had with parents and families, and it keeps going. Greetings, Ismail. Right? So here, when it says distractions, addictions, Do you do private readings? I feel you have more to deliver. I do, yes, I do private readings. The link is in my bio. I do. I do have a lot to deliver. I can talk about this topic forever, but I try not to. I have to stop. We are at 1 hour, 24 minutes. I think the names that I have here, I'll stop here. There's two more. I'll do Ibu Jalo and then Mr. Yanso if they're still here, and then we'll end it for today. So addictions. Addictions, it is not always drug addict. You can be addicted to relationships. You can be addicted to marriages. You could be addicted to food. You could be addicted to certain feelings, emotions, right? You can be addicted to these things. You can be addicted to toxicity. I was addicted to toxicity. These are addictions. They are just as dangerous as hard drugs. Your inner bully is the voice telling you you messed up, the part of you that is jealous, the anger you don't know what to do with. You're stuck in a procrastinator and your toxic there we go. And your toxic relationship choices. You hear that, Lillian? And your toxic relationship choices. Stop terrorizing yourself with broken promises of discipline. Instead, choose devotion to your chosen paths. What inspired action can you take today? And the declaration, I have compassion for myself. What you went through, right, you could say is relationships and marriages. You could say it's my partner was this way. But we attract those partners, right? Yeah, Halai, maybe not today. We've been here, it's coming to 2 hours now. But I'll definitely be back and we'll do it again. Right? So, Lillian, we attract those partners. There's something in us that is attracting these negativity, these types of toxic patterns. Inshallah. Absolutely. And you have a picture of Banyas? Absolutely. Right, Lillian? So when you're able to understand your own toxic patterns, your own toxic behaviors, you look at your family, you look at on your mother's side, your father's side, you look at your uncles and your aunties. What toxic patterns do you see there when it comes to relationship and marriages? But at the same time, just them as human beings. What toxic patterns do you see in them? But that will require you to see your own toxic patterns as well, right? What are your toxic patterns? If you've been through a lot of, not a lot, if you've been through a lot of things in relationships and marriages, the first thing you need to look at is how did you contribute to your own pain? If your marriage broke down, how did you contribute to that? If your relationships broke down, how did you contribute to that? If friends left you and whatever, what is your contribution to that breaking down? Like they say in Wolof, Ben alam du keleng. You know, one bangle cannot whatever make noise. Ben alam du keleng. It has to be two. It takes two to tango. So I'm feeling in your case, maybe there's a possibility that you thought, you are thinking, or you are feeling that the issue is the partners that you had. I could be wrong. But when you say relationships and marriages, maybe you blame the partners that you had, but you never took the time to look at what did you bring? What pain and hurt and trauma and toxicity did you bring to all those relationships? Right? Which what your ego, not the healthy ego that will help you go forward, but the ego that destroy things. What did that bring? And what does that ego make you do when you are in these marriages and relationships? And then you look at the spiritual aspect as well. A story has two sides, absolutely. You look at the spiritual aspect as well, right? Do you have any spirits within you that is connected to your lineage that makes you destroy relationships? Ibu Jalo, if he is still here, you're very welcome, Lillian. You're very welcome. And all these things that I'm, Ismail, thank you. I've been through the fire. I am friends with my demons. That's where all of these come from. They don't trigger me anymore. I can talk about them freely while picturing my own experiences. It flashes in front of me when I'm speaking. Okay, Ibijalo's not here. Mr. Yanso. I love these cards, but they're bigger than my, let's see. It feels. Mr. Yanso, I think meaningful intentions. Does it say that? Yes, meaningful intentions. Ask your questions, Mr. Yanso. Put your intention. You don't have to put it in the chat. You could just think about it. And then you get a card for it. Let's see what comes out. Ooh. All right. Just one card. Okay, we'll do two more shuffles, and if it doesn't, I'll just spread it and then take one. Okay, one more, or we take that one. Put that one back. Okay. I am from the smiling coast of Africa. Yes, I am, Ismail Jallo. I am from the Gambia, West Africa. Mr. Yanso, the first one says, I am capable of achieving anything I put my mind to. I am capable of achieving anything I put my mind to. This is an affirmation you can write down, paste it all over your house. I used to do this. You can write it down, put it on your mirrors, put it on your bedside. And I always say another reason that I do this reading, right? I make money from it. Let's put that aside. But it's also me talking to myself and it's healing to me, right? So these are things that you can put around your house to remind yourself. So you can read it, you can think about it. It changes how you talk, right? Ismail, you said, I'm fantastic. Well, this is how it began, right? It changes how you talk. The words that come out of your mind becomes completely different. I am capable of achieving anything I put my mind to. Set clear goals. Define specific and achievable goals for yourself. I always recommend the 369 method when it comes to setting goals. I started doing mine yesterday again. 369 method by Nikola Tesla. And if you read more about Nikola Tesla, I mean, he talks a lot about the universe and cause and effect. Who also talked about cause and effect? The other roughly looking guy, I can't remember. But if you read about that, it's 369 method, which means you write your goals 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the afternoon, and 3 times before you go to bed. The more you do it, you become more specific with your goals. Hi, Melanin. Nice to see you again. Sene? Dudumani? Sena? What are you saying? Sena? That reminds me of Morgan Heritage song, Silla or Sala. And they were singing about Gambia in that song. Set clear goals, define specific and achievable goals for yourself. Visualize success. Hi, Francesca. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the follow. Thank you so much. And thank you for the gift yesterday, Francesca. Visualize success. Visualize success. Your visual, your visual. Let me do this. Has to always be you seeing yourself successful. Is this making sense, Mr. Yanso? Practice visualization techniques to imagine yourself successfully accomplishing your goals. Yes, it is. Which means that you have to get to the point where the only thing that you see is your goals coming true. That's all you see, your visual. When you close your eyes, when you think about it, when you talk, how you dress, how you feel about yourself, it always gives you the visuals of you being successful in your life. And this is for all of us. I do this. I do this. It's the only thing left. Bye, Fal. Ban bye, Fal. Fiberam Pendawag. Ban bye. Cultivate a positive mindset. Foster a positive and optimistic mindset. When you say that's the only thing left, what do you mean, Mr. Yanso? Like being successful or being able to see yourself successful? or being able to visualize. That's the only thing left. So which buy file is this? Because I love my buy files. I still dress like a buy file. That's my fashion statement with my nyahas and everything. Big earrings and big head wrap. Mr. Yan, so tell me in the chat before I move forward. Pekin Aikotaf? I don't remember. I don't remember. Is Mr. Yanso still here or did he leave? But anyway, let's continue. Pekin. Set clear goals. Define specific and achievable goals for yourself. Visualize success. Practice visualization techniques to imagine yourself successful. Successfully accomplishing your goals. Cultivate a positive mindset. Foster a positive and optimistic mindset. Okay. Seeing yourself to be successful. It's a practice. Is a practice through listening to. It's through everything. It's through how you talk to yourself, what you think about yourself, the music you listen to, the people you talk to around yourself, right? What you watch on television. It's it's everything that you do every single day and every minute. That is what contributes to that visual effect of being able to see yourself. How did you become a reader? You learned or inherited it? Probably both. Reading just came naturally. I just enjoyed it and started doing it for myself. And then I would come on live and do collective reading for everybody. And then people said they wanted to do it. You do list to yourself. I don't know what that means. Maybe inherited in terms of the reading as well, because I was told um, some of my ancestors, great grandfather and all, were healers. So all of these was I just started talking and it was just, you do listening to yourself, right? But still that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. So you'd have to go deeper into that, into yourself. Being able to visualize yourself is everything you do every day. If you look at all your actions every single day, are they towards you being able to see yourself successful? Every single day for me, everything that I do, it helps me see myself successful. When I wake up in the morning, the way I dress, right? I take supplements, herbal supplements. When I take the herbal supplements, I'm reminding myself, I want to look good. I want to feel good. My higher self is somebody who looks good, feels good, and is healthy. That is a part of a successful me. I drink my supplements. Coffee is not the best thing. Gives you bad breath, but it also has health benefits and pros and cons, right? But the successful me is drinking good, delicious coffee. So even when I buy coffee to make it at home, I have no problem spending a little bit extra to get delicious coffee because I know the successful me is drinking good coffee. When I eat food, I'm looking forward to eating delicious, healthy food because successful me will be doing that. Successful me will probably be doing this. It might be in a different way, but she will be doing this. So I am doing this. It's all part of seeing myself as successful. What are my supplements? Um, I have them on my Amazon shop. Let me see if I can get that link here. And I have a list of them in my Amazon shop, and those are the ones that I'm taking now. Right? Your voice is so calming. Thank you. That is great to hear. Oh, that's not the one. Oh, here we go. Does that make sense? Um all right, thank you. Aji. Gambian dude. Whoa, I haven't seen you over a decade. Oh wow. Then you've been missing out on all my lives. On all the lives that I have been doing. I've been going live and talking about a lot of amazing stuff. Okay, this is how I copy the link. Sorry, not used to doing this. And from my computer, how do I post it? I don't know. But anyway, if you go to the link in my bio, you'll find the link to my Amazon shop. And when you go to my Amazon shop, just go under self-care and supplements. And most of the things that I use are there on the self-care and supplements. Oh, I can open the live on my computer. I never tried that. That's awesome. But you see, okay, Mr. Yenso, all the things that I am doing right now, even though it might feel like it's off topic, there's a huge link. Even though it might feel like it's off topic, right? This is all part of the successful me. This is all part of the successful me. So this is all part of being able to visualize yourself. Take time. Take a book. Have a okay. Do this exercise. I do this. I still do this. Have a book that every single day you write about who you want to be. Just 1 year from now, the person you want to be. How do you dress? How do you talk? How do you act? How do you smell? How much money do you have? What I don't like telling people what job do you have, because I would always say create your own business, your own career, what you want to do. Write all of that down. Every single day, write about yourself. You used to do it. Okay, then go back to doing it. That would help you visualize yourself. Because the more you're writing it, you're cementing it in your mind, and you are able to see yourself doing it. The things that you would be doing, where would you be living? Who would you be talking to? Who are your friends? If you're married already, how would your family life be? If you're not married yet, how would your wife be? How would your wife look like? How would your kids look like? What type of home would you live? Right? I know the king is Gambian, of course. Cyril Jamupolbe, absolutely Gambian. So this is how you visualize it. And I talked about affirmations as well. I have a lot of affirmations on my YouTube channel, listening to affirmations every single day, hearing words of who you want to be, the person you want to be. It's basically called your higher self, like your higher self, who you want to be. I knew I wanted to sit here. I knew I wanted to do this. Even in my darkest moments, I knew I wanted to do this. Took me a while to get to doing it, but I knew I was going to. I would write it down. I would create different topics and stuff years ago, before I even had a camera or whatever. To do this, I would write it down, I would type it up, I would print it, I would have it in a folder, in a file. When I go live, this is what I'm talking about. This is what my YouTube channel would be. This is how I would dress. This is how I would look. I would write all that down and keep it. Sometimes I will burn them. Sometimes I'll keep them on my computer. But continuously write about the person that you want to be, and then follow through with it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, you are very welcome. Mommy's princess, it's nearly 2 hours. I'm starting to have a headache. I think we'll end it here for today. Tomorrow's Saturday, and then Sunday. I don't know if I would be here. Maybe I will come live. Maybe I will not. I don't know. But just look out. And the people who commented in the chat and wanted a card, we can probably do it during the weekend. And if not, during the week, we can continue it. Oh, thank you. Yes, I love that. Thank you so much. Give me a follow. And most of the things that you love ourselves there. Yes. Most of the things that I talk about, right? Even from supplements to health to affirmations or whatever, if you go to the links in my bio, from my Threads account to my YouTube account to my Amazon shop, all of these are filled with things that I use. I use them. I've seen the benefits, and I put them together. Let's start with my YouTube channel. At first, I didn't want to put playlists of different other creators and people. But then I realized, right? I am growing every single day. And there are so many things that I listen to, that I work on, that I get so many questions about. So why not just put them together in different playlists, even though it's other creators? It doesn't matter because it is still helping someone. So that's what I decided to do with my YouTube channel, right? I put my own videos, but if you go there, you would see different playlists of different issues by topic. And all of these things I listen to or I use. And what I do is when I listen to a video and it has an impact on me, I add it to a certain playlist. So that when I come and I tell somebody, okay, this is how you heal trauma, this is how you see generational trauma. Like yesterday, I got a message from Facebook, and the person is African, Gambian, a man, and they were asking me about healing. I've never created a playlist about healing for men. So I had to take time to put together a playlist, and I called it How to Start Your Healing Journey as an African Man, because I am not an African man. I can tell you all the steps on how to do it as a woman. Whatever I talk about, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll probably find it there, right? If I talk about health and wellness, if you go to my Amazon shop, you will find everything I use, down to the clothes I wear. Well, not the earrings, because these you can only get in local African shops. It's not on, maybe it's on Amazon, I don't know, but I didn't get them there. Even the crystal bracelets, grounding, health, and healing, all of these I put together on my YouTube channel, on my Amazon shop. So if you go there and you watch my videos, you will see the link of the things that I'm talking about. Okay, so I'll see you all again. And I have to say, I love and I love and I love that every time that I come on live, there's a lot of Gambians that tune in. I love that. And I'll tell you why. When I started learning about psychology, before I even went back to college and decided to have a beautiful day, you too, Afrocentric, before I decided to go back to college, and then I studied psychology to understand myself. The first time I had some kind of a spiritual awakening, and I was listening to Eckhart Tolle, and then I was listening to Muji. The first thing that came to my mind was, how many Gambians know this? Is this a topic that is talked about in Gambia? Because I know my parents don't talk about this. Nobody in my environment talked about it. I was actually running away from Gambian communities because I could feel the trauma, I could feel the toxicity, but I had no idea that this is what I was feeling. I just knew there was something that I didn't know. So I would keep asking myself, where can I find Gambians who are talking about mental health and trauma and childhood trauma and generational causes and healing, and how to heal all of these issues without telling me that I have to read the Quran or that I have to read the Bible. Yes, you can read the Quran and the Bible, but I wanted to be around people that we're talking about this just normal, like this. And then the more I went deeper, the more I realized, okay, mental health in general is something that's not talked about worldwide on open platforms in general. Black, white, Asian, Mexican, I mean, it doesn't matter. People just don't talk about this topic. So it has always been a goal for the past, oh my God, I've been in school now for what, 5 years, maybe plus. I'm in my bachelor's now, dedicating it all to mental health and spirituality and Black history, African history, and understanding all these things, mostly to understand myself. So I thought I would love to speak to Gambians about these issues. I want to be able to speak to people about this stuff. But of course, as always, be careful what you wish for. Because me wanting to do that, I had to go through a lot of ego deaths. And if you don't know what ego death is, look it up. I had to go through a lot of that to get to this point. So it's a pleasure to have all the Gambians here. And I want to have more and more and more and more Gambians join me every day I go live so that we can all heal together, heal ourselves, heal our generation, heal the next generation that's coming. Because there's a saying, when you heal yourself, you heal your ancestors. And the world needs healing. And I know I want to do that for my Gambian brothers and sisters. So, see you again next time when I come on live. Bye bye.